Well, who do you love? It's one of the most basic of human questions, right? Up until about 25 years ago, the wrong answer, the gay answer, could have landed you in a mental clinic. On this day in 1990, the World Health Organization removed homosexuality from its list of mental illnesses. Now, it appears that doctors know something that many politicians don't, or maybe don't want to know. Consider this: homosexuality remains illegal in 75 countries, and in the 13 countries that you see here in black, it's even punishable by death. Now, there are many more places not listed on this map where same-sex couples still risk their safety by daring to do something as simple as holding hands in public. Well, to commemorate the WHO's decision, activists have named May 17th International Day Against Homophobia, Transphobia, and Biphobia. Now, the day is supposed to draw attention to discrimination experienced by LGBT people around the world. Well, one gay couple in China marked the day by highlighting a court's decision last month not to allow them to marry. Same-sex marriage remains illegal in China, but the couple pressed on with their ceremony anyway on Tuesday, posting pictures of it on social media. Now, it was attended by about 200 people, including family, friends, and journalists. They exchanged wedding vows, as you see right there, rings, and even got themselves a fake marriage certificate. The laws in China mean that this wedding was just symbolic. It is not recognized by the state. I'm joined now in the studio by Helmut Metzner. He is a human rights expert at the Lesbian and Gay Federation here in Berlin. Helmut, it's good to have you on the show this evening with us. Can we look at the globe and talk about a picture of the situation for gay and lesbian and transgender? I mean, is it just the West's progressiveness and the rest of the world being still a dangerous place?
You saw the map, and you see especially countries in in Arabic world or Africa are dangerous for homosexuals and bisexuals. And to my view, not homosexuality is an import by the Western world, but homophobia. And
it comes from the Western world.
The homophobic attitude, because homosexuality has been existing all around the world through all times. And the 19th century and colonialism brought homophobic attitudes to all areas of the world, and in some of this area it still exists. But
it's not doing that today, though, right? I mean, you have politicians, Hillary Clinton, for example, saying gay rights, lesbian rights are human rights.
Of course.
But that belief is not shared by every country in the world.
Yes, I think authoritarian regimes, conservative regimes, are not very good in handling diversity. They are interested in homogeneous societies with strict rules and behavior, and cannot imagine that there is some kind of interaction which is not according to their belief or moral standards. But as a matter of fact, as you told, human rights mean that everybody has human dignity, not watching at what he is doing in his private life with other adults.
There is also a flashpoint right now in Western society with transgender people, particularly in the United States right now. There's a law in the U.S. state of North Carolina that has generated a lot of attention, the bathroom law, as they're calling it there. We've got a video we want to show our audience from Caitlyn Jenner. She took to Facebook to make a point about transgenders. Take a look.
Oh my God, Trump International Hotel. I love this. Okay, last week, Donald Trump said I could take a pee anywhere in a Trump facility, so I am gonna go take a pee in the ladies' room. Oh, God, okay. Thank you, Donald. I really appreciate it. And by the way, Ted, nobody got molested.
I mean, there's a lot of tongue-in-cheek humor there, but at the end there, she, refers to Ted Cruz and says, no one was molested in the bathroom. How does your organization, how do you fight against this? It seems to be almost an endemic fear, this phobia that people, particularly children, are threatened by the presence of anything that's not heteronormative.
Yes, I think this is a very old prejudice against homosexuals, transgender people, and I think it's above every discussion. I think I'm not very familiar with bathrooms in North Carolina, but
Well, not many people are.
yes, but I think politicians who don't know to manage the real problems of people are very full of bad fantasies in evoking discussions about strange issues. I don't think that Americans really have problems with transgender people in public lavatories.
Yeah. I was just in North Carolina a couple of weeks ago, and you're right. I think people were amazed that a bathroom law could generate this kind of controversy. But let's talk about some of the positive things. If you look at what has happened just in the last decade, the fact that gay marriage has been extended in so many countries, particularly in the United States, things have happened very, very quickly. How do you explain just the speed of change and the speed of acceptance?
I think international interaction and dialogue made the people see that there are opportunities and win-win situations within an open and modern society without asking for private life of individuals. And I think this is more and more attractive to people all around the world. You saw the trailer from China, and we had some talks to the government of Taipei some weeks ago about inventing civil partnership. So there is a lot of progress by international dialogue, and this is a success of the International Day against homophobia, transphobia, and biphobia.
We've just got about half a minute now. What do you do here in Berlin, though, because to convince lawmakers here to extend rights? For example, gay couples cannot adopt children in Germany. I mean, we don't want to paint the picture that everything is equal here in Europe, because it's not.
You're right. There is still something to do. We have to lobby. We have to do advocacy, not only for people with origins in Germany, but also for the refugees in the country, which many of them are of gay and lesbian life. And we are still going on and working and have to promote that, because all the relicts in German judiciary are relicts of discrimination we should overcome.
We're going to have to wrap it up there. We're out of time. Helmut Metzner with the Lesbian and Gay Federation here in Berlin. Helmut, thank you very much for coming in. We appreciate it.
Welcome.